we are back. I don't know, should I start with Remco? Let's start with Walt Post. What's up, Industry? We say Richard Legs Media. Appreciate you for being patient. Appreciate you for tuning in. Took me a little minute to get it together. I tried a new platform. I was trying a new platform, and then trying the new platform messed things up a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to try new things. You never know if you like something if you don't try it. That's what Grandpa used to say anyway. You don't know if you're gonna like it if you don't try it. So that's what we did. We definitely gave it a try. And I just got to work the bugs out in that platform, and then we will see if we can go from there. Just have to bring up one more platform, and then we are good to go. And yes, we are good to go. So I hope everyone had a good day today. It's a busy day today. So we had 4 races today. A lot of action going on. We had the ladies start the La Volta, and that didn't go without a hitch. That was a pretty, I wouldn't say amusing, but there was some moments. And I was hoping I would have the new platform so that I can bring you some video to show you what happened, but just be able to tell you about it. And that's how it's gonna go. So I just be able to tell you about it. And then you had the ladies La Volta, you had the Lotto Femmin Ardenne Classic, and then you had the final stage of the Tour de Romandie, and then you had the final stage of the Tour of Turkey today. So 4 races to get through. Going to try to be as quick as possible. And if you remember, if you come in on the way in, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it if you hit the like button. And then we're going to get into this, and we're going to talk about, starting off, looks like we're going to start with the Tour of Turkey. So firstly, big up to Walt. He's 37 years old, I believe, 37 years old. And his whole career, it's been in service of other top riders. So this is like his chance to, he finally got a chance to win a stage race. And like, I don't think he was selected as the leader. The guy who was in second place was actually selected. It's like they gave him the number 1, but Walt Pools was the stronger rider. The rider who they did select was a younger rider. His name is Harold Martinez. He's a younger rider from Colombia, very talented. But I just think that this was a deserved overall win for Walt Pools. And Harold Martinez did get a stage win as well. So I think everyone's going to be happy at the end of the day. So big up to Walt Pools. And this was one of the big wins for Astana. So Astana won 4 stages of the Tour of Turkey. There were 8 stages in the Tour of Turkey. Astana won 4 stages, and they cancelled 1 stage. Who knows, they may have even won 5 if they hadn't cancelled that stage. But it was an amazing week for Astana. Well done for Astana. And it's just, they must have collected. It was pretty close. From the Tour of Turkey, they had like 375 points. Plus, they had the other stage races, the other stage race, Tour of Romandie. I didn't see how many points that win was. And then you had the Classic Ardenne, so that was also points. So they probably had just over 400 points. Almost 500 points in 1 week for one team. That's a lot. Yeah, I think only teams like UAE and Jumbo Visma is probably matching that. But that must be a record. Most wins in 1 week. That has to be a record. In 7 days, 6 wins. I'm gonna have to dig deep into that. Have a look at that and see if that's what team actually has the most wins within a span of 7 days. And we'll see. But that was well done by Astana, and it's also big for Astana. It's because they want to stay out of they don't want to get dropped down to the Pro Tour. So you have the World Tour, which is what Astana's in, and then you have the Pro Tour. The Pro Tour, so you got 22 teams in the World Tour, then there's another 22 teams in the Pro Tour. So it's just like divisions in other sporting leagues. And if you're at the bottom of that sporting league, then you drop down to the bottom. So right now, Astana is on the bubble, but with all these points they're accumulating, I'm pretty sure they're going to be fighting to stay up. So it's Astana and Cofidis that are at the bottom and that are fighting to stay out of the relegation zone and get dropped down to the Pro Tour. So if they do the thing and they get elevated up to, and they stay in the World Tour, that would be super, super fantastic. And we'll see what happens and who's going to get relegated and who's going to get promoted for next year. But anyway, that's Astana. Walt Pools, he was the one that he won the overall. And who else took care of the business today for Astana? So for Astana, this young man right here, his name is Matteo Marcello, and he out sprinted on stage 8. He out sprinted my man Alexander Kristoff, and the sprint was almost exactly the same. It's like he followed the playbook of Viviani yesterday, because Viviani went up the inside and took the race from the inside, like took Kristoff from the inside. Well, basically, when I'm saying from the inside, Kristoff picked the center of the road, and basically, I guess I don't know why, but he picked the center of the road. And yesterday, Viviane like snuck up like near the barrier, and then someone left a little space for him to get along the barrier, and then he was able to like get along the barrier. And because there was sort of a head crosswind coming in, the barrier had just a tad bit more shelter, so it was a lot faster. And the finish was very similar today. And guess what? Matteo Mussolini, or is it Mussolini? Malucia? Malucelia. It's not Mussolini. Mussolini, or anyway, Matteo, he came up the inside and he did the exact same thing. And it seems like if you watch the video, Alexander Kristoff is in the exact same place as he was yesterday, and then got taken the exact same place by Matteo as Viviani did yesterday. So that was crazy to see how just if you play each finish side by side, stage 7 and stage 8, you can hardly tell the difference. So basically, this was stage win number 4 for the Astana team. So 8-day stage race, 4 wins, you win 50% of the, you win more than 50% because one stage got cancelled because of weather. That's an amazing week for Astana. I know everyone associated with Astana is probably off the moon. I mean, off the moon. It's I can't even remember my superlatives. What the words was I want to say. Anyway, but it is what it is. Who else? So we're talking about World Pools because he won the GC, and then that was for the Tour of Turkey. And today, Matteo won the sprint to finish things up for Team Astana. That was a fantastic day for Astana. So then we go over to the Tour of Romandie. In the Tour of Romandie, I'm going to say the ladies for last because the ladies on fire. So much happened with the ladies. So the Tour of Romandie, Remco Evenepoel, he didn't do so well yesterday. So when he had his big crash, I think it was back in December, he had a pretty big crash. A postal worker opened up the door on him, and he got pretty mangled up in the door, and he got hurt pretty bad. So it's taken quite a while to recover from that. So now he's recovered. He had that been spill, and he did really well at that. He came back with a win. Then he got second place at Amstel, and then he was at Liège. Liège, he didn't do so well. He faded off in Liège, and he came to the Tour of Romandie not so much to win, but to really get himself into some shape, to try and get into shape for the Le Tour de France, to try to see if he can be in some type of fighting shape. I think I don't think he will be at his best when it comes to the Tour de France, but I think he will do well. I'm pretty sure. I think Remco could get into top 10, but because he's trying to find form so late in the season, I think it's going to have a hard time, just staying on the wheels of Pogacar and Jonas, and like he did last year. So if he is able to stay up there with those guys, and he's able to, get on a podium, I think that would be flipping amazing. And I think what might get him on the podium and keep him on the podium is he probably will lose time to those guys in the mountains, but he'll probably be able to get that time back, not so much on Pogacar and Jonas, but on everyone else that he'll be fighting to get on the podium. So it's up and down. I'm giving Remco top 10, outside chance for the podium. Outside chance for the podium. But I'm giving Remco top 10. But anyway, he won today's stage convincingly, and it was an amazing win today. I can't believe I don't even have pictures of the Lenny Martinez, and so you can see who the other guys, because Lenny Martinez won the stage yesterday, which put him in the leader's jersey. When he went into the leader's jersey, he was the last one to start today, and he was 2 seconds ahead of João Almeida. Yao Almeida hands down is the better time trial. So he was Yao Almeida was behind Lenny Martinez and also another Astana rider. Great, funny enough. So he was behind another Astana rider who basically finished. Let's see. Let me just get it up real quick. So Lorenzo Fortunato, that's his name. So Lorenzo Fortunato, he was when they started today's time trial. Lorenzo was actually ahead of João Almeida, and João Almeida is a better time trial than both of them. So he was able to overtake them because it was only 3 seconds he had to get, but he put like maybe 40 to 50 seconds in the both of them, and then he took over the general classification. And the crazy thing is, he didn't win any stages, but he did win the overall classification. I think that's pretty cool, to still be able to, mine it out and win the overall and not win a stage. That's pretty cool. I like that. And he did that, and and it was well done to João Almeida. Lenny Martinez was second. Jay Vine was third. So UAE had like 2 riders on the podium, and then Lorenzo Fortunato was fourth. With Evenepoel, when he started the day, he was in. So he said he moved up 4 places. Let me see, 5, 6. So he was in 9th place. So he dropped down to 9th place because he didn't do so well on the climb yesterday. But because he time trialed so well, he moved himself up into 5th place, into the top 5. And the rider that he was helping yesterday, Junior Lesurf, dropped down 3 places, but they still had 2 riders. Sudal Quickstep still had 2 riders in the top 10. That's some good points for, that's 125 points for Lesurf, and Remco's 225. So that's some good solid points. That's good points. Yeah, so that's that. That's the tour of Romani. I think that's everybody. Fortunato, J Vine. Yeah, that's those guys. So on to the prologue of the ladies. The ladies. Oh my goodness, the ladies. They turned it up today. They turned it up. It was a lot of stuff going on with the ladies race. I mean, just look at them. They just look amazing. And they came and they took, so Picnic Postal was one of the early teams to go within the time trial. And when they did go, they did set the fastest time, and they were in the hot seat for quite some time until the likes of Lato came. No, it wasn't Lato. Who took them out of the hot seat? Can't remember who took them out of the hot seat. But they were there for a while. Someone else took them out of the hot seat. So it's just so much stuff trying to remember. But then Track came along, took care of the business, and basically didn't just take him out of the hot seat. They also won the time trial, and with them winning the time trial, they took quite a few jerseys. I mean, they haven't updated it yet, so I'm gonna see if they've updated it to see what jerseys they had, because their team won the time trial and they had the fastest. So they have, so there's 5 jerseys to give out. So because their riders were the first 5 in, so all 5 riders tomorrow, it would be really weird. It's going to start tomorrow, and you won't be able to see any track jerseys. You will just see the classification jerseys. So let's see if we can see what the classification jerseys are. The classification jerseys, GC teams, boom, boom. So it's not showing me who got what jerseys. It's not showing. I probably have to go to the official website. Let's see if I can get to the official website really quickly, and then we can have a look and see who is wearing what jersey. And they're going to have it up on the website. And like I said, thank you for tuning in. And if you are tuning in, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. That's all I ask. You just hit the like button, and yeah, we're good to go. Teams rankings, the race, the host. Individual, team, and it's not showing me who's got what jersey. Stage rankings, no. You want it because it is bedtime. After this, I go to bed. I don't mess around. So There's 7 stages that we'll be racing. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 to 21, 23 teams. And we're not showing any of the jerseys yet. Who's got the jersey? Well, we know that. So there's a sprint jersey. There's obviously the leader's jersey. There's a sprint jersey. There's a mountain jersey, best young rider jersey, and it might be the most aggressive, most aggressive, and they are going to have all of the jerseys. So I'm trying to find the jersey so that I can find the team so I can tell you who's got what jerseys. But they're not this movie star. So anyway, while I'm being that I can't find that, so crazy stuff happened. Visma Lisa bike. 2 of the riders showed up late for the start. So the thing goes beep, 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 beep. Well, on beep number 5, there's 7 riders. On beep number 5, rider number 6, not 7, rider number 6 was riding behind, like, because they're lined up. So they're lined up. So it's riding, across the back of everybody to get into space. But she didn't make it to the space before they started. But it didn't matter. She was able to just start anyway. So she started. Then after she started, you're counting, it's only 6 riders. But then as they go up the street a little bit, rider number 7 comes shooting out of where the support vehicle comes from. And, like someone was saying, because of all of the checks that they do on the time trial bikes, it was getting a bit confusing and stuff because they were just taking so long to check the bikes. And yeah, so that young lady didn't actually make it onto. She didn't even catch her girls up because there was 6 ladies just putting the smack down, and you got one chasing. You need to be there because they can't wait for you because they need to make time. They need to make time. I've only seen that happen once where they waited, and that was the U.S. Postal Team when Lance and somebody went down and they waited, and they did wait, and they still finished second. They were still able to pull it together and finish second, and the only reason that was possible because the time trial was long enough. But these time trials are so short nowadays. I'm trying to figure out why is the time trial so short? But that's how it is. So Visma Lisa bike had a problem. Then right after Visma Lisa bike had a problem, Motorola's looking around. They're waiting for rider number 7. So I have 6 ladies on the line. Rider number 7 is not there. And then as they take off, their best rider for the time trial, her name is Kat Ferguson. She gets a flat tire. Literally rolls off the ramp and gets a flat tire and has to put her hand up. So the support vehicle wasn't even following. The first thing the support vehicle is pull out onto the course and change Kat Ferguson's. Either she changed the bike or changed the thing. So that put Kat Ferguson out. So she finished 2 minutes and 35 seconds. They must have told her, just don't ride it, don't chase, don't worry about it. Just ride and just finish. Don't use up any energy and stuff. Just finish the race. So Kat Ferguson finished 2 minutes and 35 seconds behind her team, which sucks because she's a really good time trialer. And she could have, I don't know if she's going to be able to get that 2 minutes back anywhere, but she definitely had a chance at the podium. I mean, it's putting a lot of pressure on her, but I think she would have done well. Everyone thinks she would have done well because she's a talented young lady. So that sucks that Kat Ferguson had that incident. Like, soon as she pulled off of the ramp, flat tire. I've never seen that happen. That's just wild that happened. And then the only other incident that happened was on what they call it, the hot dog turn, where they basically, because they have a closed road, they go down and they turn on themselves. Everyone was navigating it fine, but then one young lady just went into the corner too hot, and her front wheel washed out. So that put her out of the keeping her high up on the G. And apparently she was a valuable rider. Yeah, it is bedtime, so sorry. She was like a valuable rider, like to finish high up on GC and stuff. But what the crazy thing was, I think her pride was hurt more than she got hurt, because the main thing was when she went down, she didn't go down hard. She was going slowly, and she like landed flat first. So, you know, she was able to absorb most of the fall by the way she fell. And she got up, she rode to the finish, she was fine. Doctor gave her a quick check, gave her a thumbs up. All right, you carry on. So that's how that went. I can't remember which rider it was. But that was all the action that happened inside the ladies' time trial today. There was so much stuff going on. There was so much action. And it was like, it was cool to see. So what's going on for the ladies tomorrow? That's the route. So tomorrow's stage is, let's have a look at the stages. It's gonna show me. Is the map a good thing to bring up? Yeah, map's always good to bring up. So tomorrow is classified as hilly, and then so that's Monday. Tuesday is flat, 132 kilometers. So tomorrow is classified as hilly at 99 kilometers, and like I said, like Tuesday is flat, 132 kilometers. Wednesday is medium mountains, 111 kilometers. And then Thursday is classified as a mountain day, and it's 120K. Friday is flat, 126K. And on Saturday, the final stage is a mountain stage. Let's see on the mountain stage. Let's look at stage 7. Do they finish? Oh, they finish on the mountain on stage 7. So that looks like a doozy. That's going to be pretty exciting. And the flat stage, that's the other mountain stage. Trying to find the other mountain stage. The other mountain stage. So both mountain stages actually finish atop the mountain. So there's no, like, if you get dropped, you can get back on. So, and this is what they are calling the medium. Yeah, this looks tough. So we go back to the map. No, mountain passes. I wish I could pronounce these names of these, because they, when you say it right, it sounds so, I just love it. It sounds so cool. Alto del Manqueo. Moncayo. I'm gonna say Moncayo. So that is medium mountain stage 4. So stage 4 is medium mountain. So it's category 2 climb, sprint, finish in between the mountains, and then it's category 3 climb, and then they descend to the finish. So those are the races where if you get dropped, you get a chance to get back home. But the 2 mountain stages are really steep, really tough climbs. And if there's no getting back, you lose time, you're going to lose mega time. So it depends on how well Kate Ferguson goes uphill. You never know, she might be able to get a bunch of that time back, but I don't think she's going to get 2 minutes on any of the ladies she's racing against, because she's pretty new into these ladies, and the ladies she's racing against are pretty seasoned. So they're going to have Kat Ferguson's number, but I think Kat's going to be someone to watch in the future. And it's a bit unfortunate how her race started today, but it is what it is. Experience is experience. You know how Loki says in Avengers, in which one, I can't remember which one it was, and he says experience is experience. Anyway, if you see it, you know it. I'm getting it all wrong, but anyway. And our last guy is Max Cantor. He rides for, this was win number 6 for Astana SDX, and this is the Lotto Femin Ardeen Classic. How long was this race? Let's get you some details of this race, and hopefully pretty soon I should be able to get my thing up and running. So this race was 186K, so that's pretty decent distance race. It looks like it's a rolling, like looking at the course, it's definitely a sore edge. So they were just going up and down all day. So it looks like they were doing loops as well. So it looks like they did 4 loops of like so they went out, they climbed a little bit, came back in, and then just did a circuit 4 times. So that was the Lato Femim Ardenne Classic. And what's the thing about this race is that, like, the highlight is that it's another win by Astana. That's what it is. It's just Astana. I'm just blown away by Astana. Like, they're fighting to stay up in the World Tour and not get dropped down to the Pro Tour, and they just came out banging. They must have achieved at least, so Max Canter gets 125 points. At the Tour of Turkey, the points amassed by Wout Poels, Lorenzo Fortunato. That was the Tour of Romedy and Harold Martinez. And who was the other rider? The sprint, Lenov. Between them, they got 375 UCI points. And then in this race, Max Kenter gets 125. So that's 500 points right there. And then second place, Bo Sess from Astana gets 85 points. So that's 585. Plus there were two stages that accumulated some points. No. It was 5 points for, yeah. So 590 points, almost 600 UCI points gained by Astana. That is crazy. But the sprint between Max Kanta and Cesbo, actually Cesbo was leading out Max, and I think Max probably just went a little too early because he started to die, and Merit on Merit, on Merit. On Moritz, so he almost from Intermarché, he almost pipped him at the line, but he didn't. It was a really close sprint, and yeah, that's how it went. So, and I did a video today. You got to go check it out. I did a video on Biniam Gourmet. I'm really concerned about Biniam Gourmet because we have not seen him, and I'm just like, how they whatever training they're doing when it comes to Le Tour de France. I'm really, really worried about Benny. I'm really seriously concerned about Benny. I'm a big Benny fan, and I'm really concerned about Benny and how is he going to cope in the Tour de France. He has hardly any races in his legs compared to. He hasn't even done half of the races he done last year. So if you're a fan or even the people on the team, if you're not concerned about how he's gonna do at the tour, unless they've got like dialed in program for him, maybe he's doing Tour Remedy. I don't know. I need to look that up to see if he's doing Tour Remedy. But like he's done less than half the races he done last year, and for me, that's not a that's not it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. And from when I used to ride, I just know you need miles in the leg. You just can't jump into stuff like that because you do more damage to yourself than anything else when you just jump into stuff. You just do damage because you have in your head and you know what your body can do. And what makes it worse is that you've done it already. And then when you're not in shape and you're not doing what you want to do, that's when you hurt yourself. And that's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. And it can really put the brakes on an athlete. And it happens into many people in lots of different sports. Whereas like these things happen, you're used to being able to do a certain thing, but something happens and then you just get bogged on and you can't it's like it, and it's basically, Benny's probably still a top notch rider, but he just hasn't had the preparation. So I'm gonna find it really hard to see him, doing. He's going to be going up against Tim Muller, and he's going to be going up against Jonathan Milan, and also Jasper Philipsen. These guys ain't playing. These guys have been racing all season. They've been doing a lot of races. These guys are in shape, and it's going to be tough. I mean, I'm still in Benny's corner. I want to see him get the green jersey, but I'm really struggling to see how he's going to be able to compete with all of the top sprinters coming up. Real quick look at so these are just some of the teams and who, like for the Giro d'Italia. So you got Egan Bernal. He's going to be like the main man for the Giro. The Giro starts on Friday. Then you got Movistar, and funny enough, Nairo Quintana is, got the number one. Like you can't see the whole number, you can't see the whole thing, but it's like number 21 or 22. But like the one signifies the team leader. So like, okay, maybe something I don't know about, but we'll see. I'm really surprised that because you can't see, but I think his name is Alex Sapida, from Colombia. I would have thought he probably would have been the candidate to lead the team, but I guess he's going on seniority. And then like you got Q36.5, you got Thomas Pitcock. He's going to be, the main guy for there. And it's going to be a tough race. And everybody's just got to beat Primož Roglic. If you think you have any hopes of doing anything, you got to beat Primož Roglic. So that's going to be a big axe to be better than Primož. And then Tour de Pro Cycling, he's not the number one rider, but he is like Michael Storer. He just won the Alps. And so I'm not sure about Yanis. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see him. What color is that team? What's the color? Is that they wear the teal? The drone hoppers? Do they wear the teal? I think they wear the teal, like it's like a bluish type of aqua type of color. And I didn't put them on my little list of teams that I put up here, so I just put the favorites. So Wout van Aert, and let me see. I could just go to the drone hoppers. I could just go to it and just look at the start list instead of sitting there and try to guess. Oh, they're not in the Giro. That's just a team you like. Okay, cool. Drone hoppers. I think they were in the Tour de Alps, and I've seen them race. They're a pretty good team as well, up and coming team, and I believe they're Italian. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then for Team UAE Emirates, I think Juan Ayuso is looks like he's going to be the protector rider, but I think you got Adam Yates in there as well. Jay Vine. This team is stacked. The team is stacked. Primož Roglic is going to have they're gonna make, if Primož Roglic wins this over these guys, he's gonna have to work for that. And then XDS Astana, you got Wout Poels. He's gonna be doing this, so he's gonna be riding in support of Nicola Ciccone, and Max Cantor is obviously going to be the sprinter. So I hope he gets a couple stage. And then you got Diego Ulysses. It looks like he's going to be the main rider for Astana XDS. And we'll see if they can continue their rump, because they've been doing really well. And let's see how many things they could get. But anyway, that's been about, 30 minutes already. Wow, Ennis, you can talk, boy. You talk. You talk too much. Anyway, let's get out of here. We've got to get to bed. It's almost bedtime. Make sure you go check out the Instagram. The reels on Instagram are doing really good. People really like it. And if you haven't, please hit the like button. I appreciate you. Just give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. And that's all I'm asking is just a thumbs up. And I really appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. And we will be here tomorrow with it should be a Veulta Feminine tomorrow. And I think that's about, I'm not quite sure if there's anything else on for tomorrow. So the Veulta España Feminine. So that looks like the only thing on for tomorrow, which is cool because it's a holiday. I could go do my ride in the morning, study a little bit, and then jump on and get the races up. Anyway, I should be able to give you more detailed race of the ladies, a bit more pictures of the different ladies tomorrow. And I hope you have a good holiday weekend. I will see you later. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you.